6:15, this is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe and read by Niranjan Abesundara. The public requested to inform the Ministry of Environment or the Minister if environmental destruction takes place. The purchasing of big onions from farmers by Satasa will commence tomorrow. The National Mosquito Eradication Week has commenced. Cut-off mark for 2019 GCE Advanced Examination finalized. In world news, World Health Organization fears more tuberculosis deaths as COVID-19 pandemic continues. In sports news, International Olympic Committee says it's very worried by the reported ousting of the interim president of the International Weightlifting Federation. Minister Mahinda Amaravira has requested the public to inform the Minister of Environment or him if environmental destruction takes place. Information can be given on the hotline of the Environment Ministry 1991, Central Environment Authority 1981, and Geological Survey and Mines Bureau 1921. During the media briefing today at his ministry, Minister Mahinda Amaravira requested all send a WhatsApp message, SMS or video message to his private number 070-755-5666. The minister pointed out that certain information published over social media about the damages to environment is not true. He said, social media has published the clearing of large private land which had been abandoned by farmers for recultivation purposes as destruction to the environment. He further said 5 incidents of damages to environment had been reported and the government took legal action against the respondents. The minister added that the Environment Act will be amended to impose strict penalties for environmental destruction, and the Attorney General has been asked to take necessary measures in this regard. Mr. Bandru Gunawardena said that purchasing of big onions from the farmers by the Satasa at the rate of 130 rupees per kilogram will commence from tomorrow. During a media briefing today at the ministry has said necessary instructions will have been given to the Satasa chairman. The government has reduced the tax on 4 essential goods. Special import tax on dal, sugar, canned fish and big onions has been reduced up to 25 cents. Trade minister said that 421 Satasa outlets island-wide are prepared to pass on the benefit of tax reduction to the consumers. The National Mosquito Eradication Week has commenced and it will be implemented until Tuesday. Special mosquito eradication programs are being implemented in 147 health divisions and in 53 high-risk health divisions. Government expects the support of the public for the success of this program. Former IGP Puri Jayasundara said the State Intelligence Service informed him in writing on 29th of June 2018 that a group led by Zahran Hashim could launch an attack. He accepted today that the Presidential Commission inquiring into recent attacks that steps taken to prevent the attacks were not sufficient. But the chairman of the commission asked him whether he gave priority to eradicate drug rackets, and the former president had given priority for such activities. The former IGP said he did not do so. Former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said that previous government acted illegally when setting up Anti-Corruption Committee Office and Financial Crimes Investigation Division. He was testifying before the Federal Commission to inquire into political victimizations today. The former Prime Minister has been called to give evidence today according to a complaint made by the Commission by former General Manager of Litrogas Company, Piyadasa Kudabalage. Giving evidence before the Commission today, Chief Financial Officer of the Prime Minister's Office, W. Sarath Kumar, said the Anti-Corruption Committee Office was not an affiliate institution to the Prime Minister's Office through a special act or according to the Constitution. He said that he was employed in the post since 2015. Well, the Chairman of the Commission questioned whether he accepts that the institution which is not under the Prime Minister's Office, which had been set up by the Constitution, is not legal. He said he accepted it. Mr. Sarath Kumar has been summoned today to give evidence according to a complaint lodged by the present chairman of the Rupani Corporation, Dr. Nihal Jayathilaka. Elections Commission decided to register 6 political parties this year. The Commission has called applications from political parties in January for registration and it received 154 applications. The Commission said it had decided to register 6 political parties after interviewing 100 applicants. Certain political parties have been registered as recognized parties. More COVID-19 infections have been detected, increased the number of cases in the Minuwangada cluster by 49 cases. 13 patients among them are from the quarantine centres operated by the Sri Lanka Army. The remaining 26 have been identified as close contacts of the apparel factory employees. Accordingly, the Minuwangada coronavirus cluster has grown to 1,770 cases. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Mr. Ganesh Dharmavardhana was appointed as Public Trustee, assumed duties today at Department of Public Trustee in Colombo. Mr. Dharmavardhana is also the initial legal secretary of the Prime Minister, Mahinda Rajapaksa. The chairman of the National Film Corporation, Jayanta Dharmadasa, says all movie theatres will be temporarily closed until the 31st of this month in line with the instructions given by the Ministry of Health due to the current COVID-19 epidemic situation. And that ends local news for now.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The University Grants Commission say the cut-off marks for the 2019 GCE Advanced Examination have been finalized. UGC Chairman Professor Sampath Amaratunga said no final decision has been made yet on the release of the cut-off marks. He said the issuance of cut-off marks had been delayed as the advanced examination is currently underway. According to UGC's chairman, calculating of the cut-off marks were delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic situation in the country. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And on to Watchlight, Cabinet Ministers approved the proposal to amend the Intellectual Properties Act in order to protect Sri Lankan exports. Government Information Department said there are a number of local products that can be promoted as geographically unique. Such products face big competition from counterfeit imitations in the local as well as foreign markets. The department said it is appropriate to register such products in Sri Lanka as geographical indicators. And on to world news. World Health Organization fears more tuberculosis deaths as COVID-19 pandemic continues. Millions of Londoners face tougher COVID measures. Hundreds of Thai protesters defy ban on demonstrations. The World Health Organization has warned of a dramatic increase in tuberculosis deaths in the coming years as a result of the disruption caused by the coronavirus pandemic and a continuing shortage of funds in its annual report on global efforts to combat the disease. The WHO said there were significant reductions in the reporting and monitoring of new TB cases in the first half of 2020 as countries imposed lockdowns to curb the spread of the coronavirus. Millions of Londoners will face tougher Tier 2 COVID measures from Saturday with a ban on household mixing indoors, local MPs have been told. The ministers are currently being briefed over the new measures in a call with Health Minister Helen Whitley. Households would also be barred from mixing in pubs and restaurants. It comes as talks continue between the government and local leaders over expansion of the strictest coronavirus restrictions to more parts of England. Hundreds of Thai protesters demonstrated in Bangkok today in defiance of a ban imposed to end 3 months of anti-government action that has targeted King Mahathir Mohamad as well as the Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha, a former junta leader. Despite police appeals over a loudspeaker to disperse, the group spilled across the Rathaprong intersection in one of Bangkok's busiest commercial districts. And back to the headline of the world news. World Health Organization fears more tuberculosis deaths as COVID-19 pandemic continues. Millions of Londoners face tougher COVID measures. Hundreds of Thai protesters defy ban on demonstrations. That was world news. Development news. The government decided to establish a medical faculty at the Uva Velasquez University. Labour Minister Nimal Siripala Silva stated this at a discussion held at the Ministry of Higher Education and the patronage of the Minister of Education, Dr. G.L. Pierce. He said that all the infrastructure required for the expansion of the university has been completed. The minister said that a fully equipped Badul Hospital could be used for clinical training of the students. That was development news.
Sports News is brought to you by
Munchie Chocolate Cream Biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
International Olympic Committee said it was very worried by the reported ousting of the interim president of the weightlifting troubled governing body. The sport, rocked by revelations of doping cover-ups and decades of corruption, was warned by the IOC in June that it risks losing its place at the Paris 2024 Olympic and future games. The IOC said its executive board, which stressed the importance of countering reforms, would take the development into consideration. Canada has pulled its team out of the World Half Marathon Championships in Poland this weekend over COVID-19 health and safety concerns. Athletics Canada said 5-member team were due to take part at the event in Gdynia, but the Poland seeing a second spike in COVID cases, Athletics Canada decided it could not put the athletes, coaches and staff in any harm at all. That in sports news.
Hey guys, we've got our very own Queen Bear here to review something for us.
Okay, here we go. It's the right amount of crunch and OMG, so much chocolate. The texture is so good. It's creamy and velvety and just so much chocolate. The packaging is super cool and new and there's like so much chocolate. And OMG, the taste, it tastes like so good and there's so much chocolate. Like with every bite. 10 out of 10 for me.
Munchie Chocolate Cream Biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
Empower your dreams with NSB Wings. NSB Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go Micro has landed funding and a major partner to test its AI assessment app on tuna for a major Sri Lankan supermarket chain. Created in Adelaide, the Go Micro AI microscope is now being tested to grade tuna for consumption in Sri Lanka. Go Micro technology combines a mobile phone microscope attachment with an artificial intelligence unit that is able to recognize patterns and objects which are a fraction of the number of photos usually required. That was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The wait is over and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSB Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSB Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. When will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The Sri Lankan rupee was quoted at 185.10 to the US dollar today, while bond yields eased marginally in the overall market. Institute of Policy Studies said credit growth to the private sector remained sluggish at 5.2% as of August 2020. The money supply growth has picked up sharply at 17.5% in August 2020 compared to 7% at the end of 2019. That was economic news.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
No, Amma. We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
Oh, really? How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy. She might be feeling very uncomfortable. The airport must be heavily crowded because it's a season.
Amma, calm down. Everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. There's nothing to worry.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th stage begins. 40% discount for selected goods from 12th to 25th of October. Visit CIB today.
Met Department says showers will occur at times in the western, Sabaragama, central and northwestern provinces and the Godel Mathura districts. Heavy rainfall above 50 millimeters are likely at some places in the Norelia, Kandy, Ratnapura, Kagala, Godel Mathura districts. Strong gusty winds can be expected across the island, particularly in the northern, north central and northwestern provinces, Trincomalee and Hambantota districts and on the western slopes of the Central Hills. That was the weather report.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th stage begins. 40% discount for selected goods from 12th to 25th of October. Visit CIB today.
And back to the headlines of the news. The public is requested to inform the Minister of Environment or the Minister if an environmental destruction takes place. The purchasing of big onions from farmers by SATASA will commence tomorrow. The National Mosquito Eradication Week has commenced. Cut-off Mark 2019 GCE Advanced Examination finalized. In world news, World Health Organization fears more tuberculosis deaths as COVID-19 pandemic continues. In sports news, the National Olympics Committee said it is very worried by the reported ousting of the interim president of the International Weightlifting Federation.